Hello, Griff here. This is a video to give you some ideas on what you need to consider when you are producing your own videos. Not content, but the background to what makes a good video. So I'm going to get straight off with the first thing that you just need to take into consideration, which will make the difference between a mediocre video and a good video. First thing is scenery. So think about that scenery. Whether you're inside or outside, sit down, stand up, get the pose that you want, put yourself in that position, go to the back of your camera, push play, or record, I beg your pardon, for 10 seconds, come around the front, put yourself in that position, do a test, go back to the camera, push stop, and then play it. And don't look at you by yourself, but look at what's behind you. The number of times I see videos and there will be a plant leaf coming out of somebody's head, which in itself is fine, you know. But sometimes there's a really messy office behind somebody that doesn't depict what that person actually wants to convey. Because if you're on online marketing, internet marketing, what is it you want to convey? You want to convey maybe success, that you're doing well. And if there's just, you know, a load of rubbish behind you, it sort of visually will send a message through to your audience's subconscious that actually things may not be quite as they seem. So just look at what's behind you, move things around a bit. Then take into account lighting. Real key thing. You can have bright sunshine outside, which might cause a glare if I had this outside. You could be sat inside, it could be daylight and natural, great. It could be the evening, you could have some lamps on or maybe some bright lights. But when you look at it, just stand back when you're looking at your test. What does it convey? Is it a sombre, dismal, dark feeling? Or is it, if it's dark, is it a warm, cosy feeling? Just see if you can play around with the lighting a little bit. Just moving a lamp a couple of centimetres to one side can make one heck of a difference. Just setting this up, I've got some overhead spotlights and just glaring down the screen. So I just did a test, saw it and moved it before spending all this time talking to you and then realising I'd wasted my time because there was a bit of a, you know, you couldn't see what I'd written. I mean, whiteboards and videos can sometimes not be the best thing anyway. There are other ways of doing it, but you know, it's what I had to hand and it's handy. Next thing, sound. Now, there's a funny story to this one. Apart from the fact that I know my microphone isn't great here, so I've got one on order, and I'm a true believer that you invest in your equipment. If I was setting up, I don't know, a taxi rank, taxi cab, I'd have to go and invest in a car. With my online business, I need a computer that works, and I also need other equipment. I've got a really good camera, but I recognise the sound on my video camera isn't that great, so I've now ordered a microphone so that it knocks out the background sound. And there's a bit of a funny story to this because I was doing a video earlier on today before I saw a client, and it was really good. It was almost like that first take nailed it, and I was really pleased, and I downloaded it onto the computer and I played it just before the client arrived, and I was really fed up because they're building some penthouse flats opposite. And I've just become used to this background noise. When I played the video, all I could hear was this pneumatic drill, and it wasn't in the background, it was in your face. And I'd just done 2 videos and just gone right through it, had played them back on the camera, but the sound hadn't come through there, whereas when I downloaded it onto the computer, it was very, very clear. But, I mean, we could have lived with it, to be very honest. Dave and I had a conversation. But you see, this is where it comes to the message I want to convey. I was actually talking about what's good about video, and yet I had a really, you know, interrupting noise in the background. So it was a conflict with the message I wanted to convey. Finally, energy. Now, I don't mean light bulb energy, power, electricity. I mean your energy. I've done a couple of videos where I'm sitting down in my lovely comfortable chair But this one I'm standing up and I'm moving around a bit more, and it's conveying movement, and that's good. Energy is what you portray, it's what you give. And there are a couple of techniques that can help you here. One is smile. If you just smile when you're talking, it conveys a better message. And here's psychology strongly at work here, and ignore it at your peril. If you're sitting there going, you convey something to the person's brain about who you are. You want energy. So one of my top ideas is to actually think about an imaginary person stood behind your camera, and whether it's your favourite comedian or a really good friend that really makes you laugh, or, I don't know, a cartoon character, Mickey Mouse, who knows. But think about something that makes you smile beyond the camera, just the other side of the camera. And even if it's just for a fraction of a second before you start talking, just make contact with that. Another thing is, and this is practice makes perfect with video, without shadow of a doubt. I've seen the most horrific videos, and I can remember a long time ago somebody saying to me, I've just done my first video and it's awful, but at least I've done it, and hats off to them. But the interesting thing was, as they continued doing the videos, you could actually see them improving. So some people are natural, fantastic. Some people have to practice. It's just like riding a bike. So the more you procrastinate, the more you put off, or the more you stop at that first one and think, oh, remember, you will always be your worst critic. Other people won't be as critical as you, okay? So put the criticisms down a little bit. Consider the constructive criticisms. Ask for feedback. So that's a really good one. And ask people and say, I need to know the truth because it will help me improve my business. If you tell me what I want to hear, and it's not the truth, it's not helping me, it will hold me back. So ask for feedback. When you do that, you can incorporate that in your next video. And I'll leave you with this thought. Think about when you stand in your kitchen, sitting down in the sitting room with a family member, wife, husband, parent, child, and you're talking about something that happened that day. You're just talking, you don't think about what you're going to say. Now you do need to actually think about what you're going to say in a video, and if you can put bullet points, underneath my camera, one word almost. So I'm not reading, it's just prompting me, keeping me on script, okay? If you do that, you've got your pre-set menu of what you want to choose, what you want to deliver, but then talk about it as if you're talking to that family relative. You're having a conversation. Okay, you're not getting somebody coming back to you, talking to you, and some people might find that easier if they have somebody with them asking questions. So that's a really good way of getting into videos. Actually somebody asking you, sitting there, interview style. But the best thing is just to be natural. Relax your shoulders and just talk. You will come across as you, and that's the most important thing. Hope this has been useful. Click on the link below if you want to find out more information. Give me a buzz. I'm around. I enjoy working with people. I look forward to talking to you soon. Bye.